I'm preparing you for this disaster, all right? I keep all my diamond paintings in my closet. For right now, I'm gonna diamond paint. I'm gonna work on this Christmas tree. Still, that's just not how I function. I don't finish things, I just start them. I found a lump in my breast. Kind of observational study of these dog shows now. My son's running the vacuum upstairs. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep going, it's fine. Has an object that he carries around underneath a blanket. And he tells us it's a weapon. Yeah. Welcome to my shame. Hello! I am extremely backlit, and there's not a lot I can do about that. Well, I mean, I guess there are some things that I can do, but I'm not gonna do anything about that for today. But welcome to my diamond painting area for the moment. That's gonna change soon, and I'll explain why in this video. So what I think we're doing here in today's video is we're just going to kind of spend the day with me. And if I'm being real, the day is not young. It is 1 o'clock, and I am just now getting around to filming. I've been doing a lot of just things today to prepare for our upcoming move, which I'll explain. But I just wanted to sit down with you guys and diamond paint a little, so kind of like a whip and chat, but I'm gonna do some other stuff later. I just don't do well with whip and chats because I like to chat with you guys for a while, but I don't have spans of time where I'm not interrupted. That's just not a part of my life. Like, to try to film for an hour, I probably only have like 3 or 4 whip and chats on my channel over the course of the past 3 years, because those were the only hours that I could find that I wasn't gonna be interrupted. So this video will probably encompass the whole day, and I'm not gonna diamond paint the whole time. I'm gonna do some other things. So kind of more of a vlog style, spend the day with me, which I probably already put in the title and you were tired of hearing me talk about it already. But for right now, I'm gonna diamond paint. I'm gonna work on this Christmas tree. Still, yes, still, while I chat with you guys and kind of catch up, because the last time that I really sat down and talked about things that weren't just crafty things was probably in January, like right before I had my last scan with my oncologist. And that's a while. It's April. It's been almost 3 months since I really sat down and chatted with you guys. Not that you've like been holding your breath for what I've been doing. It's not like that. I know that you have your own stuff going on and you're not super interested in my life, but I do like to share things and just kind of invite you as friends into what's going on. I mean, we can't be friends if I don't ever talk to you, right? So why don't I put some diamonds actually in the tray so I can get started. What color? Let's go with this one. So I haven't worked on this much. It's not shocking to anyone, I'm sure. But I don't know. I'm just struggling. I'm in a diamond painting slump. And that's not to say that I don't enjoy when I'm diamond painting, because I do. That's just to say that I don't choose to diamond paint very often. I choose other hobbies that I can do that just feel more peaceful and leisurely, because if I'm diamond painting, I have to sit right here. And Nugget is he's right beside me. Like, you can't see him. But he's on this chair that's right here. And if I was crocheting or reading or gaming, I could be sitting there with him and he would cuddle with me and it would be very pleasant and nice. And sometimes I'd just rather do that than come sit over here where he can't sit with me. And that's a weird reason to not diamond paint, but a lot of times that's my reason. But that he doesn't, I enjoy the cuddles more than he does. He doesn't require me to sit with him. But nevertheless, I enjoy Nugget cuddles. And a lot of times it's just a more pleasant thing for me to choose to do. Anyway, let's get into some updates about my life. And I don't know if you like this angle while watching someone diamond paint. I don't know if it would be more pleasant for you to have like the overhead view so you could actually see what I'm doing, because I'm not even looking at you. So I don't know. I don't know if you like this, but this is not what we're doing the whole video. Okay, so if I haven't updated you since my scan, I'll update you about the scan. It was fine. I was declared good, no evidence of disease, and I'm scheduled in May for an ultrasound to check again, and it's already getting there. It's already almost time, isn't it? And boy, do I not want to do that. Boy, do I not want to have to do that. It's like the first scan was such a relief. I was like, oh, thank goodness. It gave me peace of mind. There's nothing else in there, and don't have to do treatment, and whew, great. And then now it's just like, you just live with it every day that it's like almost time for another one, and that they might find something, and that it never ends. Like, I'll keep having to do this. I'll keep having to worry and go get checked, and it's for like always. Like, I don't know. I hate it. I hate it. But it's fine. That's my life, and I will deal with it. It's, you know, I just want to go and have it seen to in May, and then for the whole summer I won't have to get checked again. If everything's good in May, then I can just have my summer. But if it's not good in May, I might have to have surgeries or start treatments, and I don't want to do that, and I want to be able to make my summer plans, but I can't. So anyway, that's where I'm at with that. And after I got my scan, then I started physical therapy for my shoulder that has been messed up for like 5 or 6 years. It's just like a tendonitis, a chronic tendonitis bursitis type thing. I don't need surgery. I mean, they can do a surgery, but we're not doing the surgery. Not right now anyway. They just wanted me to do physical therapy. So I did 6 weeks of physical therapy. Also, broke a tooth and had to have a root canal during that time period. And then the most problematic thing that happened at the same time as I was doing the root canal and the broken tooth and the physical therapy was that I found a lump in my breast. And of course, that's alarming for anyone. And but it was very alarming for me because ovarian cancer and breast cancer are often interlinked in some way, some scientific way that no one's really quite sure of. But it seems that you have a higher risk for one if you've had the other. And so I was worried, and I thought maybe I was imagining it, and so I went to my doctor, and my doctor felt it. So then we had to schedule a mammogram. I've never had a mammogram before. I'm not old enough to have started mammograms, but I'm close, so it's fine. Now I've started mammograms. So then I had to wait several weeks for that appointment, and during that whole time, I'm freaking out, of course. Of course I'm freaking out. And I'm not diamond painting. Yes, so I freaked out over and over, and I had a lot of trouble making videos and really doing life, because I don't want every day to be a new cancer scare. But I think that's just, I don't know, I probably need some therapy. I went for the mammogram, and the mammogram, they found the lump. They saw it, and they also found several more lumps. And so they said, well, we need to do an ultrasound. So I did the ultrasound, and they looked at them all very closely, and they were all determined to be benign tumors. Just whatever, not cysts, but tumors. So, but benign ones. Apparently they have a different shape and a different form than a malignant one would be. So, okay, so then I could breathe. And by this time it was the beginning of March, and I I just couldn't bear to tell you guys about this stuff while it was happening. I just couldn't bear to make it real. You know, I wanted to have good news before I mentioned it on the channel, because you all would be very supportive and very nervous for me as well, and I didn't want to make you worry, and because I didn't know if it was anything to worry about, and it wasn't. So there you go. There is another reason to go get checked out if your body's doing something funny, so that you can have peace of mind about whatever it is that's going on. So I think what happened for me is that lump has always been there. I just have lost some weight, and you lose weight all over, and I think I was just able to feel it, and I think it's been there. But anyway, that's now I get mammograms every year, and that's that with that story. So I was kind of out of commission, really, and not doing a lot of being productive or diamond painting or reading or anything. I was mostly just worrying. That's my identity now. I worry. And then after that point, I had to start preparing to go to Washington DC, because that was the next thing on my agenda. I had to prepare to go and do all the workshops and learn all the things I needed to learn so that I could go to the meetings that Ovarian Cancer Research Alliance scheduled with my legislators. And I was so nervous. Oh my gosh, I was so nervous. I had to have a roommate that I'd never met before. I had to travel by train for the first time. Well, I didn't have to, but I chose to because I hate flying. And I walked around Washington, DC by myself, which was scary but fun. And I saw the cherry blossoms in Washington, DC. And I had some really great meetings with the Mississippi senators and Congress people. So I had a good experience. I had a good experience, and then also it was just a scary thing, I guess. Like, I don't know, scary is probably not the right word, but many of the people who were there with me were women, and they have various stages of ovarian cancer. Maybe they are survivors, or maybe they're in the midst of treatment. Many of the women there have lost someone to ovarian cancer. There were a few men there that had lost someone or were supporting, providing care to someone with ovarian cancer. And it's something that's like on my mind every day that I think about. And then just to be like super focused on it and to see how all these other people have been affected and how they have suffered and will continue to, it was just such a weight to carry. And like all of them are carrying it too. It's not like I'm doing it by myself. It was just a lot. Like teal is the color for ovarian cancer awareness, and like for about a week after I got back, I couldn't even look at the color teal. I didn't want to think about it. I don't want that to be my identity. I don't want that to be the only thing that I ever am, is an ovarian cancer person. And that's you know, but it's so hard because it's such a big thing. You can't ever be not that. But I don't want to be only that, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I had a great time in DC. Had some great meetings. I learned a lot, and maybe I'll put up some pictures of like some of the meetings that I went to, some of the people that I met, and just great human beings. Just great human beings, those people. I even feel that my senator, one of my senators, I actually met with her personally. She actually agreed to meet with us personally. Most of the time, you meet with a staffer who then writes up a report and lets the senator read it later to see if they want to take any action. But she agreed to meet with us personally. I also personally met my congressman for my area, and he was very nice. They were very supportive. Like, whether they're interest will translate to any actual legislation happening. You know, like they're just one person, but it seemed like a good thing. It seemed like progress, and I'm glad that I did it. But I'm also I'm kind of exhausted with it all. But I think you guys probably can understand. But that's done with now as well. And amongst all of that happening, we started to have these, I don't want to call them altercations. What's the definition of an altercation? Interactions, I'll say. Because interactions can be just positive or negative. So we started to have these interactions with our neighbor. Me and my partner Kenneth started to just be doing our daily lives and having one of our neighbors just yell at us. Just yell. And at first it was just yelling, and that's fine. Maybe he just needed to get something off his chest. I don't know. He's just yelling at us, telling us we don't understand about his life or whatever, which we don't. We don't know him. We have lived next door to him for a long time, but we don't know this man. So he's telling us we don't understand, and we don't understand, I guess. So we just let him yell at us, and that's fine. And then after a couple of weeks of that, he starts to threaten and tells us that he has a weapon. We've never seen the weapon, but there are other neighbors down the street having interactions with this man, a very young man, and he's telling everyone he has a weapon. Has an object that he carries around underneath a blanket, and he tells us it's a weapon. And we've called the police. The police have come. The police are doing nothing. He runs and hides, and they can't find him. And then later, when he comes back and starts it again, the cycle starts over. The police can't get hold of this guy, and he just gets to keep doing this. He hasn't hurt anyone, so they don't feel the need to interfere further, I guess, is what's happening. So I'll just go ahead and say that. He hasn't hurt anyone. He just keeps threatening to do so. And anytime, like, Kenneth is outside a lot. He works on his cars. He washes his cars. Those are outdoor activities. And so he's outside a lot more than most of the other people in our neighborhood. So he takes the brunt of this man's threats. And it's very alarming. And he, for whatever reason, feels very upset with me. I guess because I go outside a lot to walk Nugget. And now he has installed a camera on his rooftop so it can directly face the front door so he can see when I go out and come outside and like stare at me. My mother bought me a taser because I don't know what this guy's gonna do. I don't know. He's not doing anything. He hasn't done anything. He doesn't yell at me unless Kenneth's there. He will yell at Kenneth about me, but he doesn't yell at me. If I go outside at night to walk Nugget, he'll come out and he'll like shine his car lights in my face. If I'm with Kenneth, he'll follow us. It is the worst. It is the worst. There's nothing, he's not doing anything is the thing. He's not doing anything. But he's making us upset. He's making us nervous. I don't know what he's gonna do. We have kids, and I don't even know if this guy realizes that we have kids. We have Nugget. He knows we have Nugget, and I don't want him to do anything. I don't think he's going to. We've lived next to this guy for years and years and years. He's been in trouble with the law before, yes. He's done some property damage to our things before, yes. But he's never hurt anybody. And I don't know. Anyway, all that to be said, we started house hunting. And we're moving. So, surprise! This is probably the last time you're going to see me in this location. Because we are closing on our house this week. and over the next couple of weeks, we will be moving back to the town, my hometown, Kenneth's hometown, where my parents still live. It'll be great. I'm excited, and I'm excited to be away from this person who clearly doesn't like me or my family for whatever reason. I just don't know. Like, obviously people don't just get like this. Like, obviously there's a mental health issue or a drug problem. I don't know. It's not my business what's going on with this person. And I don't want to like talk as if I want something bad to happen to him or that I want him to go to jail or anything like that. Like, I really want him to be able to be okay. Because, like, I mean, when he first moved here, he was just a boy, a young man. I watched him get on the school bus, like a kid. And you don't like to think about kids, even when they've grown up into adults. You still can see that young person and with promise and with a future, and you hate to see when things start to go wrong, and I hate that for him, and I don't want any bad. Like, I don't want to say this and you guys are on the comments like, please get him arrested or whatever. Like, if need be, yes, but if we can avoid having to have any type of interaction or altercation at all, if he will just go away, that's fine with us. Just go away. And we are in the process of going away, and that will be that. So that will handle that situation. We just have to be mindful of our surroundings and careful of what we're doing during this time period, because we don't know what this person is capable of or what they're even thinking. You know, you can't know what someone else is thinking. But anyway, the house is great. It's great. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to show it to you guys. What I'm not very excited about is the actual process of moving. And that, I feel like, wouldn't you think it's a good time to do a stash video when you're already like taking it all out anyway? But we're gonna just be so rushed and so, like, everything is gonna be chaos. So I don't know if it's the best time to do it, but I really feel like I'm gonna have it all out. Why not show it to you? I think in this video I will show you like all of my, like, just the dirty laundry entirely. Like, there's always a nice pretty background in my videos. Typically it's just like light today is all you see. But usually I have my pretty bookshelves, or that's usually it, the bookshelves. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in my house, and I am terrified of trying to move it all. So I'll show you some of it. I'll show you some things. Another great thing about the new house is we're going to have a fenced-in backyard, so I don't have to take Nugget out on the leash for long walks if it's cold or raining, or if there's a neighbor that's not nice to us at the new place. I don't have to take him out and like walk him all around, because he will have a fenced-in area, a privacy fence, and a yard that's really big where he can go out and get his exercise and do his business, and that will be a great relief to me, because not just like problems with neighbors or problems with the weather, but also like cars. Nugget he loves to chase cars. I don't understand why he developed this love for chasing cars, and I am so scared that he is going to get hit. Anytime he has managed to go outside without his leash on, he will eventually chase a car. Even if he doesn't do it, he doesn't chase every car. It's like he's triggered by certain sounds in a car. Like if it's very loud, if it's like a school bus or a garbage truck or something, he gets so angry and he goes and chases it. And it terrifies me. So if he's out in the backyard, he's not gonna see any cars, for one, and he won't be able to get to them and that'll be great. So he can be outdoors, off his leash, living his best nugget life, and I'm very excited for that. I will have to figure out how to get my own exercise, because I don't know if I'm gonna, like, I'm not gonna run around and sniff bushes in the backyard. I can just walk circles around the backyard, I guess, but I don't know. I'll probably get a treadmill or something, because if I don't walk, I might just lose my mind a little bit. But that will be something for future me and future Kenneth to figure out. But what else? Let's see, what else can I tell you about the house? Really not very much. I'm gonna have a lot more storage space, a bigger closet to store my diamond paintings. But I'm going to have a lot less space in my bedroom itself. And so I don't really know how that's going to look, how that's going to be organized. That won't really affect you at all, except for what you have to look at behind me in my videos. I don't know what you're going to be looking at behind me. It may be like a bare wall or a door, or it's like, I really don't know. So that's something I'll have to figure out as I move things and figure out where things fit. But just look for some changes in the near future. There may be a week where I have to skip the roundup. I don't know for sure yet, because there may be like a point where I don't have anything set up at the new house, but I've already had to take it all down or turn the internet off at this house. So that may happen, but I don't know if it'll happen. So don't worry about that. I know that you guys are just, you know, you plan your weeks around my roundup. But I don't know if I'm gonna have to miss any of those or not. Okay, I'm gonna finish this color. I really didn't do very much diamond painting, but I never do when I'm talking. I can't multitask very well at all. So then, you know what? I think I'm gonna show you my diamond painting stash. And listen, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed, and I should be ashamed of how it looks. And just don't be alarmed, okay? All right. Yes, I've finished this color. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready to see the diamond painting stash? Okay, just kidding. First, you get to see Nugget because he's the cutest guy in the whole wide world. Good boy, Nugget. Okay, now we'll look at the diamond paintings. Okay. I'm preparing you for this disaster, all right? I keep all my diamond paintings in my closet. I know that these are closed. This is not diamond paintings. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, there's some light. Let's move you up. Ah, there we go. There's the problem. Oh yeah, there we go. So I have a bunch, up here. They go all the way to the corner of the closet. I'm already running into stuff. They come down the side. There's drills there. Yep. And then they cascade on down into the floor. There's my dirty clothes hamper. It's a problem. It's a problem. There are some plastic tubs that are in there somewhere that contain a lot of my drill packages, because I store, once I've unboxed a canvas, I store the drills separate from the canvas, just simply because I can't get the canvas and drills back inside the box as efficiently as Diamond Art Club packs it. You can't really see anything, so you can look at me. So I can't get them back in the box. It doesn't work out. Like, you can see all the mess on my desk. Oh, don't look at that. So there's drills everywhere. There's some that won't fit in the plastic tubs that I have drills in, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with those. I don't know where I'm gonna store them at the new house. I don't know how many diamond paintings I have. I don't know. So I am very nervous about trying to move them all. I think these ones right here are like my big ones, my landscapes and things. I think that's what's right here. And then up at the top, I think that these ones are kind of more medium sized. Then these are all my smalls. And I have a few other small ones like on the other side of my closet. But this, yeah. Welcome to my shame. Okay, hi. We're on the floor now, so I can show you my toolkits. Once upon a time, this was a good idea. I have this basket, and anytime I unbox a kit, I can just put the toolkit in here, and later, which later used to be like, you know, once a month or whatever, I would go through and I would take all of the toolkit supplies out of this basket. I would take each toolkit out and I would separate it. I would keep the trays in one place, the pins in one place, the cover minders I had all organized beautifully. There's not a cover minder in here. We don't get the cover minders anymore, but the washi tape, when we used to get that, I would have it all organized and separated, and I don't do that anymore. I have too much of each item, and I don't know what to do with all of my toolkits. So now I just have this box of so many toolkits, or basket of so many toolkits. Let's just, there it is. There it is. Yep, there it is. And then there's the old style toolkits underneath, and many of them have like very few items actually in there. Like I think I have taken the washi tape out of every single one of these. Oh, hey, here's Nuggets toys. I might have taken the cover minders out of every single one of these. I'm not 100% sure on that, but then like I don't know what to do with all of it. Do you hear that chainsaw? Do you hear it in your sleep? 'Cause I do. I hear it in every single waking moment of my life. They've been cutting down the same tree for at least a week. I don't understand. I have some theories on why it's taking them a week to cut this tree down. I honestly don't know if you can actually hear the chainsaw, but my goodness, I hear the chainsaw. It's grating on my soul at this point. But yeah, they've been cutting down the same tree for a week, every day, all day. The chainsaw runs. I'm losing my mind. Anyway, so some time has passed since I talked to you in the last clip, and the bank has called and they want some papers for the house signing, and I don't have the papers, and it's a whole thing. Kenneth is working out of town this week until Friday when we sign for the closing on the house. Oh, the chaos! I am gonna do some crocheting, but Nugget's right here, and if I get the camera to where you can actually see him better, then you won't be able to see me. I know you'd probably rather see Nugget than me. We'll do that for a minute. Let's just lower this right on down. Okay, so I'm still here, but the more important member of the household is on the screen, and you can see what I'm working on. So I've showed this in a video before. It's been a while. I guess, let me turn it right side up. But this is the Hearts and Flowers crochet along that I have been working on, that is over. All of the pattern is released, and many, if not most, of the people that participated are done, and I'm not, because that's just not how I function. I don't finish things, I just start them. But I have got another set of these. Is this the right side? Yeah. Another set of these hearts, another little strip of them is finished. And then this one that I'm working on now, all it needs is for see how it has another cream row here underneath the pink one. I just have to put the cream row on the top, or I guess bottom, of this one, and then I will be ready to move on to the second week of the crochet along. It's 6 weeks of different, there was 6 weeks of releases, so 6 different pieces of the pattern released, and I am still on week 1, which I think is going to be the most complex of all the weeks. But I guess I could easily be wrong, and I hope not, because I found this rather tedious, if I'm being honest. Like, it's not that I would not recommend somebody do this pattern. I definitely think that it's beautiful, but I found all of the ends, the weaving in of the ends, I found that so tedious, and then ended up, uh-oh, this is not what I wanted. Okay, I ended up just carrying my yarn, and that's why the back is kind of not great looking, because I carried the yarn. And I don't care about that a whole lot. I don't care how the back looks. I don't even know how I'm gonna display this whenever if it ever gets finished. I don't care. But the problem with the carrying of the yarn, I think it uses more yarn up, and I think I'm going to end up running out of this cream because of my choice to do that, and also because the sizing on these heart squares is very strange. A lot of people had a lot of trouble with getting their sizing correct, and my sizing is not correct. Mine's too big. And so I'm almost definitely going to run out of the cream. But that's okay. I'll just order more when I run out. No big deal. Hopefully no big deal, that is. Like, I hope it's in stock and I'm able to get it. I don't feel like dye lot will be an issue with a cream color. Surely it will be similar enough. That's what I'm hoping anyway. And this blanket is very colorful. If it's a shade or two off, then like whatever. We'll get by with it. Are you going to bark? What is this noise that you're making? Okay. Apparently it wasn't worth your energy. All right, good boy. So one thing I did want to talk to you guys about is something a little weird, and I don't want to go too in depth with it. I just want to just touch on it briefly. Ads on my channel. So I don't know how much you guys pay attention to the ads and how interruptive you find ads to be on YouTube. I don't know if you give it any thought. Maybe you all have YouTube Premium and you don't have to give any thought to ads. You don't see them. But for me, so we are buying a house. We're buying a house, and that is not a financial move that is like simple or easy. And so I thought that just for the time being, I would enable mid-roll ads on my videos. So I've never done that. I only select, YouTube lets me select where, if I want ads at like the beginning and end of my video, or if I want to also have them run in the middle of my video. And I've never done the ones in the middle. I feel like those are annoying when I'm watching, but you know, for creators that I want to support, obviously I will watch those videos, and I will continue watching their video even if they have ads, of course. But just for my own videos, like I've never done anything on my channel for money, so it seemed like a thing that I didn't need to worry about. Like, just don't do it, just opt out. So but now any amount of money is needed and necessary. So I've turned those on. I've turned on mid-roll ads. So you will be seeing those if you watch my content, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you get annoyed with those. And also YouTube is kind of rolling out some changes on how they run their mid-roll ads, and it seems like it's gonna be a whole ordeal for many creators. For me, I don't think it's gonna be that big a deal because I wasn't using the mid-roll ad function before, but I may run into some issues with it, but YouTube prefers to select the ad slot for you. So they prefer to just have their whatever, their AI, their algorithm, whatever it is, to look at your video and put the ads where they think is best, at what they call natural breakpoints. And they will, or up to this point, they have let you choose if you want to just select the ad slots on your own. So you can just put them in at the points where you feel it's a break point. And they don't want you to do that anymore, basically. They are going to automatically opt you in to them selecting your ads for you. And there is a way to turn it off, but I'm thinking that if you do turn it off, they're going to probably just not put the ads where you want them on your video. Like, they definitely, the incentive is going to be for you to let YouTube pick where they want your ads to be. And so right now I'm opted into that. So YouTube is just picking wherever they want to put an ad. And I don't know if that was the right thing. And I don't know if that's going to be annoying. Like, you can tell me in the comments if you have been, like in this video, I don't know at this point. Once I get this edited and uploaded, I will have information about where they chose to put ads. But right now, as I'm filming it, I have no idea. So you, as you're watching, you've probably already seen ads in this video, and you will know whether or not they were at a good breakpoint or if they were annoying or what. So let me know down in the comments if you want me to turn that back off, because it's okay. It's okay if you do. I mean, the amount of money that I make from YouTube is not a lot, and I don't do it for money. So it's fine. If that's going to ruin your experience on my channel, then I can turn those back off. But just for now, just to experiment, probably for the next few months, if you guys are okay with it, I am going to just see how this goes with the ads and what YouTube is going to do with these automatic ad slots. And I imagine you'll see other creators talking about this. If you're on YouTube a lot, you'll probably see other creators talking about this, particularly ones that do this as like their full-time job, because it's going to affect them pretty heavily, these changes. So definitely check out some people that aren't me to talk about that a little more thoroughly. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know, be transparent and all, you know, because I don't want to seem like I'm trying to make a money grab. You know, that's not really what I'm about. Okay, this is coming along. We're making progress. I don't know what else to talk about, so I'm just gonna work, and I'll show you when I have finished this row. Hi, it's much later, and my whole life changed plans. Hey, Nugget. I finished my cream border on whichever row I was working on. I don't remember which string of hearts I was working on, but I started the second week of the crochet along, which is these little wave stitches that are on the top there in the gold color. And I did 2 rows of that, and then I cooked supper, which was just simple spaghetti. I didn't feel like doing anything in particular, but Kenneth was not supposed to be home. He was out of town for work. He packed his bag this morning and he was going to be away for 2 or 3 days. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier in the video, but then he just showed up. He was able to come home. So I didn't cook enough food for him, but he's okay. We got it figured out. Now he's outside cutting grass, which you probably can hear in the background. The kids are excited because now we're doing more like moving stuff. Whereas if he wasn't here, we weren't going to try to do any more loading up of stuff because he's our heavy lifter. And I was gonna kind of rest and not stress about moving today, but now I'm a little stressed again. But that's okay. I'm glad he's home. It's safer, and well, I like the guy, so I'm glad he's home. Something else that I thought I would just tell you about in this video, because I don't think I'm gonna make a March wrap up of all the things I worked on in March, because those videos just do terribly. They do terribly. It's not worth my time. This video is probably not going to do great either, but that's okay, because the people that want to know about all the stuff I'm doing, you probably made it this far in this video. So I really did not read a whole lot in March. I read a book called Dogland that's somewhere. Dogland. I read this book. It is by Tommy Tomlinson, and it is mostly about dog showing, like professional dog showing, not like a how-to book, but more kind of exploring the emotions and the dedication and just like all of the different things that go into participating in dog shows, as far as like the owners of the dogs and the people who show the dogs and the people who attend all of the dog shows, just kind of from multi-perspective, just kind of observational study of these dog shows. Now my son's running the vacuum upstairs. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep going. It's fine. Yeah, this book, I can't even think. Anyway, this book was good. It made me cry because there was one section that was like written as like kind of an aside, just like a little story about the author's dog. It was called an interlude. And this dog was not involved in dog shows in any way, and it was just the dog had completed its life by the time this book was written, so it was just the story of the dog's entire life. And of course we know how those lives end, and it was very sad, and I cried. So it was a good book. I don't know who I recommend this to though. Like, you gotta be really into both dogs and dog shows. I'm not super into dog shows, but I do find it fascinating. I do like to watch them, but I don't know stuff. Like, I don't know what the optimal Weimaraner is supposed to look like. You know, I don't know. But I did like it. And then I started a book that I have been wanting to read for like 3 years. How long has this book been out? Because that's how long I've been wanting to read it. And I've heard so many things about it, and so many people. It came out in 2023. So it's been a couple of years that I've been wanting to read this and hearing great things about it. And I got it from the library, and I have now rechecked it twice to be able to finish it. And I'm not done. I still have this much to go. And I do think if I had not anticipated loving this book so much, I would have DNF'd it. I would absolutely have stopped reading. I think the characters are all very insufferable. And while I think that's the point, I think that the author is definitely trying to make them insufferable. I think the point is kind of that you can see yourself in some of these characters even though you hate them, which is clever. But also nothing's happening. Finally something did happen, and it was like, it was late game. It was late game. Yeah, 277, page 277, something happened. Everything else has just been huge blocks of people thinking about themselves. And I can't say that it's poorly written, because it's not. It's very well written. And the author is doing a thing. But I want to do the plot, and the plot is not there. But we're finally getting some plot. So let me try to tell you what it's about when it's not really, nothing's happening. So Birnam Wood, that's the title of the book. Did I already say that it's called Birnam Wood? Birnam Wood is kind of like a grassroots organization in New Zealand that basically the members are all kind of in secret. They grow produce and use it themselves, but also like give it away and sell it. And they grow this produce on other people's property with other people's like water or gardening tools that they kind of just make use of secretly and put back. Like they're not, it is technically still trespassing and stealing and those types of things, but it's all in the name of a good cause, or that is at least the feelings of the characters involved in Birnam Wood. So we follow a couple of characters that are actually involved in the organization. We follow like a kind of former member who is now a journalist. We follow a billionaire who just happens to encounter Birnam Wood and invests in them, and he's doing some shady stuff on the side. And then we follow a husband and wife who sold the billionaire some land that Birnam Wood is now going to use to discreetly grow their produce. Yep, that's the plot. I can't tell you the thing that actually happens because it's so late in the book. It's just a spoiler, obviously. But other than that, like, it's just those people thinking about those things I just said until page 277. That's really it. I'm gonna finish it, and I'm probably still, even after that pretty scathing review I just gave it, I'm probably still gonna give it like a 3 or a 4 stars because it's very well written and it is reflecting on things in a good way. Just not good for me as far as a book. Okay, my battery died. That's how much I went on and on about Birnam Wood. But we're back. And I'm also reading Kate Morton's The Clockmaker's Daughter. This is how far I am in, not how far I have to go. So I am not even halfway into this. I do really like this, and I want to finish Birnam Wood so I can like fully invest in this. I did read the first 100 pages of this on the train, and I was interrupted just several thousand times by different noises and other things, and I feel like I didn't get to really invest in it in the way that I wanted to. So I really want it to be like the rest of it I want to read just really intentionally. But this one is, I'm scared to even say what it's about because it's very much a mystery. Like, we have Elodie, who is mostly, I think she's supposed to be the main character, or I'm not even 100% sure of that, but Elodie is basically a historian, and she comes across some items that have been kind of left in a coat closet for years and years, and finds this one satchel that has some items in it, and it just kind of leads her on this path of discovering things that might be linked to her own life, and might also have, like, give her some information, or through searching for this information about the satchel, she might find out some information about her mother's life and her mother's tragic death. And so Elodie is the main character, but there's also like a story going on in the past where I don't even know if I'm supposed to tell you who we're following because I don't know if it's a spoiler, but we're following another girl who is interconnected in all of this, and I don't know how anything about her is going to connect with the satchel, but it's going to. I know it's going to. It's all gonna wrap up together, but I don't know if there are ghosts in here. I think there might be ghosts in this book. And the clockmaker's daughter, I know who it is, and it's not Elodie. So I don't know if I can even say Elodie's the main character of this book. But I'm not far enough in to really, like, you know, say any more than that, because I clearly don't know what's going on. But I really do like that book. I love me a good historical fiction in the springtime. I don't know what it is about me in springtime. I love historical fiction in springtime. And then I need to show you the diamond painting stuff that I've done. And what else did I do? I played one video game. I'm not gonna go into it too much, but it was called Still Wakes the Deep, and it was amazing. Highly recommend if you like horror games. And I guess that's all I'll say about it. I finished my Suncatcher set. They're so cute. This one it's clearly the bird. Yes, I know, I'm over explaining. I showed the butterfly in the actual sneak peek video. Oh no, I've tangled them. No, come back, okay. Okay, so I showed the butterfly before, but there is the butterfly. I do have these hanging in the window, but I might as well take them down because we're moving. And here's the sunflower, which I absolutely love the colors. I love these special shaped diamonds. They're so pretty. So I very, very much enjoyed working on that. I've also done the April calendar page. I'll show you the whole bit there. I think I really like this calendar. I really, really do. I like the whole vibe. So I definitely think I will get one of these every year, as long as Diamond Art Club does them. You know, if they stop doing them, I don't need a diamond painting calendar from another company. I'll probably just get Diamond Art Clubs every year. This one is very cute. I think that this one might be my new favorite. I have been kind of harping on February's for a while and saying that I loved that one. I loved working on that one the best, but I think I loved working on April more. I had a good time with this one. There were lots of browns, and you know I love browns. And it was still like a very happy, colorful vibe, even while I was working with browns. So, you know, it just worked out great for me. I enjoyed it, and it did not take long to work up. I also started a new crochet project. I don't know why I did this. Well, I do know why I did this, but I shouldn't have done this. So when I was gonna be on the train to Washington DC, I was on the train for like 25 hours. And I said, well, I need a crochet project, but I don't want to take my big crochet along because there's like a bunch of different colors in a big box of yarn. And I didn't want to take my temperature blanket because each day it's a different color, and I didn't want to bring that many colors of yarn. So I said, let's start a project that I can just do squares. And so I found a free pattern for this, and it's adorable. Which side's the front? This is front. Very cute. I changed the colors a little bit, but it's adorable, and it's going to be made into a cardigan for my daughter that she's not watching. She's not watching, but it'll probably be several years before I finish it. But I made 3 squares. Here's the other one. I made 3 so far, and I think that I need like 54 of them to make it in her size. So yeah, we got a ways to go. I was thinking that I was going to get a lot more done on the train, but I just could not concentrate. I don't want to be on a train for a while. It was fun, it was, but I couldn't read, I couldn't crochet. Basically all I could do was just listen to mindless videos on my phone because that was the only thing I could focus on because there was so much noise and so much activity around me. So anyway, but I started it and I bought yarn for it, and now it will happen at some point. And I really think that's everything that I worked on in March, or read, or did, or whatever. It's really not even enough for a video, is it? Like, I shouldn't do my own separate video on that. The temperature blanket is almost exactly where it was last time you saw it, so I don't want to dig that out. It may have like 10 more rows on it than before. I'm not even through February. I'm like a little over halfway through February, So yeah, I'm behind. I'm behind, but I can still catch up, and I still like how it's turning out. It's gonna be great. So I think I have probably talked for over an hour, which if I had done just a regular whip and chat, it would have just been an hour. So I probably talked for too long, and I'm sorry if I did that. I won't know until I'm editing, but I will go ahead and end this video here. I had considered taking it into tomorrow so I could actually like get some B-roll footage and show you like some things instead of just me sitting and talking in a different spot for the entire day, but that's not what happened. So I'm sorry about that. This will be just kind of a catch up with me video where it's just me talking. And you know, hopefully you have been diamond painting or going for a walk or something fun while you've listened to me yap. But since Kenneth is home, I'll go ahead and end the video, because once he comes inside, there will be no more of me talking to you. There will be stuff going all over the place. He'll be moving my bookshelves or something. I don't even know what's gonna happen. But if you guys are praying people, pray for me with this move. Oh my goodness. But yes, I don't know about my filming schedule or when I'll see you again, but I'm gonna do my very best to be around for roundups, and maybe I'll actually get that stash video filmed. I also got tagged in the diamond painting stash scavenger hunt, and I need to film that as well if I get my stash down. So maybe that'll happen too. But anyway, I'll see you guys in another video soon. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. And I'm glad we finally got to catch up and chat for a little while. Bye.